Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
Welcome to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
And I'm Dina.
Hey, Dina. Guess how many shows? Guess how many episodes?
Oh, wait. I think it's 31?
Just 30.
30.
Yeah, close. It should be 31. Remember, we did skip
We did skip.
Thanksgiving week in 2018, but here we are. And here you are. And thank you so much for showing up.
Yep.
And listening.
Thanks all.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to have kind of I know last time we kind of had a long show. Man, that thing was almost like an hour long. Did you know that?
We talked a long time.
This one's going to be more compact because, we got some exciting stuff to talk about. Well, you know what I'm going to talk about. Well, anyway.
No, what?
We're going to talk about shout-outs. That's what we're going to do.
All right,
it's time for shout-outs, okay? So we'd like to give a shout-out to the Marquee Theater in Tempe.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Oh my goodness, and the staff there, they were just so helpful.
Super helpful.
Just so cool and patient with everybody, and just everybody had a great time. I'd never been there, so I didn't even know what to expect.
It's a smaller concert venue, but a good one.
Right. And it's general admission. There were no seats on the floor whatsoever. It was all standing. Now, Dean and I had a balcony, and we were in the balcony because we needed to sit. So we were up there, which was still good seats. And we're going to talk about that later. But we want to give a shout out to...
Yep, shout out to the Marquee.
You guys did a great
Tempe,
job.
Arizona.
Thank you so much. Also, hey, also we got some shout outs to some new listeners and some new followers and all of that.
Our favorite.
Hey, and just a reminder, you guys can follow us all over the place.
Yep.
Instagram is probably the most active.
I am definitely most active on Instagram.
Right.
And then Twitter, it's by far Instagram.
You can get your daily shot of fun trivia if you'd like, and if you follow Moonshine
At the very
Safari
least, you'll
Instagram.
get that every day.
You'll get that every day. A couple of nice little fun, like what happened on this day of this year, and then something else that's kind of cool, So if you follow us there, if not, we have other places. We have Twitter, we have YouTube, we have Facebook,
SoundCloud.
Go to our website at moonshinesafari.com, and these people have done that. We would like to give a shout out to Molly Jet.
Hi, Molly.
Thanks, Molly. Hey, also, it's just XIMESOJ62. So, XI, thank you.
Thanks, XI.
Thank you so much for following us. Rob WB Kane 5. What's up, Rob?
What's up, Rob?
Hey, thanks for listening. And Donald Walker. I saw Donald. I got a notification. He liked I think he liked episode 29.
Thanks, Donald.
So, Donald, episode 30. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for liking our stuff, Donald. We appreciate that so much. Hope you're enjoying the show. All right. Hey, if you ain't got any more shout-outs, Dina.
I do.
You do?
And I thought of it, and then it just flew right out of my head. Shoot.
Well, if you remember, we can do shout-outs whenever we want.
I know what it is.
Here we go.
Sorry. Just kind of a nod to what you were saying in our trivia every day, but yesterday was the 60th anniversary of the plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. So it was, known as the day the music died. Everyone, just a nod to that. Not really a shout out, but a nod.
That is because we're recording on Monday evening.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so we're recording on Monday evening, and we're posting this on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, so.
Hopefully, if Del Toro gets it up there. But there we go. Anything else?
That should do it for me.
All right. Hey, everybody. Stay tuned. What are we listening to? I bet you know what I'm listening to.
I bet we do.
I bet you do. We'll be right back.
What's Josh listening to?
Welcome back, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. That's Dina.
And that's Josh.
That's right. Hey, Dina, what you been listening to this past week?
Well, when I was getting ready for the Blackberrysmoke concert, I was listening to the Blackberrysmoke, which is not necessarily what I just will tune to. I listen to it a lot when you're listening to it. The other thing I've been listening to is the All 80s station on Amazon, to be honest. Takes me back to my rut. But what are you going to do?
It's all right. That's cool. Well, I have been listening. Well, that's not true because we were listening to Brothers Osborne together
We were. That's true.
The other day. We were also, I've been listening to Whiskey Myers, and we played some Whiskey Myers the other day.
Yep, and I remembered some of it too.
That's
so, yeah.
right. So we've been listening a little bit more, digging a little deeper into Whiskey Myers and Brothers Osborne. I'm digging them still, but yeah, and Blackberrysmoke, of course, because I had,
course,
we had the concert last Wednesday, and well, of course, listening up to and afterward, because then you have to watch everybody's video that they post in the
all the
Facebook
pictures.
thing. Yeah.
By the
Well,
way,
we'll talk
if you
about that too.
like to see how that looked, don't forget, check out Instagram.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
Pictures.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yes, you did. All right. Hey, we're going to try and tickle your funny bone in just a second.
Let's try.
If you stay tuned. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to Moonshine Safari. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, Dina, this reminds me, this little funny one-liner about marriage reminds me of my parents. And when I say it, you're going to go, mm-hmm. A retired husband is often a wife's full-time job.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, your mom always said that, actually.
Oh, man. Woo. When my dad was home all the time, about drove her up the wall.
It did.
I mean, up the wall. Man, I tell you, yeah, it was pretty funny. Anyway, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I have to share that with everybody because that encapsulates my parents right there. Sure does. So, all right, hey, coming right up. We're peeved.
Always.
Peeved off. Stick around. We'll share a peeve.
It's time for Peeve of the Week.
Welcome back to the PV part. Did you catch that?
part.
The PV
Got
part.
it.
Yeah, and you can PV guitars, amps. You can get. Anyway.
I remember that.
Yeah, right. The peeve part of the show, and we both have this peeve. Actually, Dina has more of a peeve because well, it's the new year. It's February. Some of you probably aren't thinking about it, but I have to think about it because I own my own business and I have to have my taxes in on March 15th and not April 15th. So I had to get all my stuff together now and get busy and get going. And Dina hates that. We're as bad as going to the dentist, as bad as going to the doctor.
I think, honestly, it's worse. I'd rather go to the dentist.
Oh, she hates it. And and I need her help because she has to get a lot of stuff together too that she knows about and she does.
And I get it that it's not his fault, but I actually get mad when it's time, and I don't know what to do about it.
I just talked to her about it, and just her mood just changed. But here's the thing. I mean, I get it. I don't like doing taxes. I think, well, tax is theft, and that is just what it is. But anyway, so yeah, my peeve.
Yeah.
If you guys love paying taxes, I mean,
please pay ours.
Right, exactly. That'd be awesome. Anyway, okay, that's our peeve. Hey, coming right up, the pro tip. Reckon what that's going to be about. What do you think?
Get out your notepads. It's time for Pro Tip of the Week.
All right, welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Yeah, but you guys knew that already, right? All right, how many times am I going to go, hey?
Hey.
I'm trying, and I get to talking, and I'm not paying attention. So I apologize. I'm trying, folks. I really am. Obviously not trying hard enough. Hey, this is time for the pro tip. And the pro tip, we both kind of have it, and it has to do with taxes, which was the peeve. If we all have to do the taxes, if you don't want to go to jail. So
otherwise,
and I
just
don't want
do
to. Yeah, if you don't want to, then yeah, okay, that's great. But I don't want to go to jail, so I'm going to pay my taxes. It's a totally object. I can't even think of the word.
Yeah.
Objectionable. That's the word
there
I'm looking
for.
Ooh, I barely got that out. I was trying to mix that with objectifying and absolutely. But that's what we have to do. So here's the pro tip. The pro tip is start gathering your stuff early. Don't say you have enough time and you'll because you'll run out of time. Start early. That way, if you do run out of time, you've given yourself some buffer. Please, or file for extension.
Yeah,
People do
you
that
know
all
what?
the time.
Untruthfully, if you need help, go see a CPA.
Please do that.
Okay, I can.
It's worth it.
You know, we do mortgages, and some people know that, but I can analyze income from taxes for lending purposes. But when it comes to filing taxes, that's a whole other ballgame, and there's a reason CPAs get paid.
Yep.
If you need help, go talk to one.
Go talk to one. Yep, absolutely. So start early, keep your stuff organized, talk to the professionals, get some advice if you want to, if you need to. I prefer go to CPA. There are some places out there that are the chains, and they say they help you. I don't. I mean, I've used them in the past when things were simpler, when my taxes were simpler, but I don't think they do very good with complicated self-employed taxes. So if you're self-employed people, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So, all right, hey, coming up, it's our Moonshine Safari. What did Josh and Dina do on their Moonshine Safari? And what are they going to talk about? You know. You know what we're going to do. You know. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Nope.
Welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. Hey, it's our time to talk about our story.
It's our turn.
Our moonshine. Well, it's kind of all of our turn.
It's our turn all the time.
It's our turn. The podcast is our turn.
It's true.
Hey, guys. Guess what we're going to talk about? Yes, the concert. Oh, my goodness. I'm still, honestly, ask Dina, I'm still riding high. Seriously, it was like the best concert. And
It was a good show.
I was not disappointed at all. Was it perfect? It wasn't perfect, and I didn't expect it to be perfect. Where we were sitting, and if you've been to the Marquee Theater, we were just kind of like, what, that'd be stage left? Is that how they do it? No, it would be stage right. Stage right. So, and they had the big hanging speakers from the ceiling, which kind of blocked the drummer, Britt Turner, and his brother, Richard, who's the bass player. I got some shots of him barely in between the wall, and like he was just like hanging out in there. But I got some we got some great shots of Charlie and some great shots of Paul, and Brandon was a little harder to see too, just because he was kind of in the back. But the sound was.
We were, over to the far side.
Yeah, we were to the far side. But Del Toro and Robin were actually on the floor in the back, and they got some great shots too. And hey, if you want to check out some of those shots, check out our Instagram page, Moonshine Safari. Check out our Facebook page. It's pretty cool. And check out Blackberrysmoke. If Southern rock or rock is your thing, man, they are going to really blow your doors off, I really think. It was pretty cool to see the age range of folks that were there.
It went the entire gamut. I mean, you had really pretty young, yeah, 20s. Probably early 20s.
Yeah, definitely.
All the way up to probably old enough to be our parents.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. And just rocking. And everybody had a great time. And the venue was great. Like we spoke about earlier, we gave a shout out to the Marquee Theater. Man, those people were so helpful and so gracious. And, they kept coming over and telling us, like, hey, if you need this, it's over here. If you need this, it's like, it was great. It really was. Let's see. What else was, okay. So, never went again. Chris Shiflett from the Foo Fighters opened, right? He opened, and he played for about 40 minutes or thereabouts, right? So he opened. The one thing we did,
the way I figured it out is he had 45 minutes, and they played for essentially 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I mean, trust me, it was a show. Oh my goodness! But okay, so when we first got there, because we had no idea what we're gonna do or how this is gonna go down, right? We knew it was general admission. I had seen people standing in line at other shows before. I had no idea what this was going to be like. And I'm one of those people who, I want it to go as easy and smooth as possible because I get frustrated really easy with people who don't plan.
Well,
things are so obvious.
I mean, we talked about this before, but we ran into some trouble when we went to the Eagles concert.
Yeah, God did not want us to get to the Eagles concert.
Did not. We missed the first song, which we don't like to talk about, but we did miss the first song.
We were running inside to try to get to the first song by the time we could finally find a place to park. Anyway, so, I just hit the microphone and went again. Isn't that awesome? So I'm not even editing this. It's not gonna happen. But so we got there. We left early because we weren't sure what was gonna happen. We weren't sure what traffic was gonna be like because we were leaving. It was on a Wednesday. Doors open at 6:30. You know, we're trying to figure out when Del Toro and everybody was gonna get off work. I have the flexibility if I can pretty much get off work when I want because I'm the boss. So that's my deal. So we left early.
Well, and then Robin and I
right.
came home pretty early.
No, you guys got here early just to make sure, and then we were waiting for Del Toro to get off, and then he got off work, and then basically we were like we weren't going to have time to really eat dinner, and we knew it was going to be really late before we got back. So we're like, this is how we play, and we're like, okay, so we're going to just grab something easy and fast. We're going to get chicken nuggets and fries. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to eat those. On the way. Yeah, on the way. We're going to eat this on the way. That way we at least get some food in our stomachs by the time we get there. And because we would not have had time for dinner. And I was thinking we're probably not going to get home till, 1 or 2 o'clock, which we were pretty close. It was pretty close though. It was pretty close to 1. So by the time everything was all said and done. So we got there and they had a food truck set up in the parking lot. And there were just people kind of standing around. And it was like, people just slowly kind of it was a cool vibe. Nobody was like
filtering in,
it was like everybody's kind of eyeing everybody else and kind of checking everybody else out and looking and seeing and everything. And they started lining up and we got patted down. I've never been patted down.
Some of us did.
Well, you did. I got patted down. I got patted. So next time we know who needs to carry the flask.
They must not
right?
think I'm a threat.
Well, I got. They divide up into and you say, well, Josh, what do you mean you haven't been patted down? Have you not flown? No. Not since they started doing that pat down stuff and doing the X-rays. I haven't, and it's not because of. I just don't care to travel very often or far. So there we go. But
it's true.
So I got patted down by some kid with a beard, and that was kind of exciting. And then we made it to we went to where we were gonna go.
Well, we split with Robin and Del Toro because you had to be 21
to
go.
And poor Del Toro's has got a little way to go. He's got a couple months to go.
Months yet.
So and then so we went up top, and man, they had the air conditioner blasting and we were like on the ceiling, so there was a vent blowing right in my face, and it felt really good. And but we were all decked out in our Blackberrysmoke gear. I had my beard shirt on, and I had my hat, my black hat, my fedora. You had a Blackberry smoke shirt.
I did. I had the rock and roll again.
The rock and roll again, which they didn't sing, and I know
they didn't,
that was
and that's really is my favorite one.
That was their favorite one. And then that chair is creaking like crazy.
It's my chair, guys.
They're like, oh, somebody just cracked one off.
Heck?
Dina's over here cracking some off. She did
have
have a boiled egg for dinner, but
we could do scary stories like from the radio days.
Well, one of these days I'm going to do a show about my poop stories that I have.
Yeah, he needs to do the poop
I think
stories.
I warned you guys about that last time. If I did, I'm warning you about it now. Anyway, so and we all of us had Blackberrysmoke gear on, and we're getting ready for the concert, and we were there early. I mean, really early. Like really, really early. We waited for some time, but I'm kind of glad we did. I know know what to expect.
It's not worth having trouble doing that.
No, and we wouldn't have because it wasn't a totally packed out place, and
we didn't know.
But we didn't know. We didn't know how it was going to be with Dina's scooter and how it was going to be getting to the place. But it was fine. They had elevators. They had everything was perfect.
Everybody seemed to know where I was supposed to go, and it wasn't. Yeah.
And then they came over and they gave us a little wristbands. Yeah, I forgot when we got patted down. Then we had to get our wristbands for wherever we were.
Over 21. See,
right.
They didn't card me that time.
They took my ID.
Did they?
Well, they saw my ID. Yeah, they wanted for the ticket.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways, so we did. We got in and we're waiting, and so Chris Shiflett comes out from the Foo Fighters, and I knew he was going to be opening, and I'd heard and I knew he had done some Southern rock kind of country crossover stuff. And I'll tell you, it wasn't bad stuff.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
I'm not, and I say that because, and I haven't really given him enough time of listening to it, but it just didn't move me.
Okay, well, for me, that was the first time hearing him.
Yeah, it didn't really move me like it normally does. I mean, not the guy's very talented. He can sing great, and he plays a great guitar, and everything is wonderful, and they got a great sound. And they played for about 45 minutes, and then, of course, they had to swap off all of the gear and get Blackberrysmoke ready.
That was about 15 minutes.
And then heaven opened up, and the angels came down and started playing rock music, and it was amazing. And they even, I've been watching the set lists for the previous concert. They came from Texas, and they went down to Tucson.
I tried to look at them too.
My favorite,
can't freaking.
Well, I have a lot of favorite songs, but my favorite song that I'd like to hear them play is Up in Smoke, because I love to hear that bass intro. I love that growling of that P90 that he's like, rah, I just thought, well, they played it. And as soon as he cranked it up.
It hadn't been on any set list.
It hadn't been on set list. And they cranked it, they played it, and I was like, and I didn't have my camera or my phone ready in time to start recording from the beginning, but I got part of it. I'm not going to post any of those because I'm singing along with all of those. I'm videotaping them, and I'm singing because I really had a great time. It was amazing.
Awesome.
It really was. And I was so excited. I was pumped. I was jazzed through the night. I was jazzed the next day. I've been jazzed all weekend. I was jazzed on Monday. I'm just, talking about it. It was just a great time. Hey, I got to meet the guys afterwards.
I was say, don't leave that out,
we weren't. I got to that. Going to get to that. So they played great set all the way. They played Sleeping Dogs. That's another song I just love. And then let's see, what else did they play? They played Ophelia. That I was not expecting.
That was awesome.
That's a song that Dean and I have been working on, and we're probably going to play that as a cover and record that at some point for you guys. Actually, hopefully Dean and Robin will do it. That's what we're hoping to do. We're going to put that together.
Could do it.
Yeah, put that together for you guys, hopefully. And I know we haven't posted any music for a while because, to be honest, it's been busy and things are going. And to be honest, I'm kind of in a writer's bleh at the moment. So that's where we are. Anyway, I need a new guitar so I can be
and
inspired.
I'm just lazy.
Anyway, let's see how I snuck that in there. I just saw something on, I know this is a side thing. I saw a thing. I watch Norm's Rare Guitars videos all the time. The Guitar of the Day with Mark Agnesi. Check him out too, by the way, because those are riot. Those are so good, and he's so talented. God, he's so good. He's a great player. But Norm is standing there, and I've never been there to Norm's, but hopefully someday I will. On the top of one of his walls, there's a word that's painted, and it says "guitarded," and I think that's what I am.
There you go.
I'm guitarded.
That works.
That's me, anyway. So get back to the Blackberrysmoke. So they're playing, they're rocking, and oh man, feeling good, and we're singing along. And there's these two people sitting behind us. There's this older gentleman and his wife, I'm guessing, or somebody, whoever they're with, and they dance almost the entire concert. They didn't stop. They sat down like for a little bit.
But then they would get right back up.
And they would get up, and then they danced almost and right there in that little place. And then we had, I met some people who were standing on the rail next to us, and one of the guys, he hadn't ever heard of them before. And the guy had an extra ticket, and he was just going to drive them. And he says, well, I have an extra ticket if you want to come on in. And he did. And man, they were jamming and singing. And, I went over and said, what do you guys think? And he's like, oh, they're awesome. So, and this is a guy, probably would never look at him and think of Blackberrysmoke.
No,
ever.
And it was a young guy too.
Young guy, yeah, he's probably in his 20s, easy. Yeah, yep. And so, and what's cool too that I saw, and I don't get it. I know some of you guys are thinking, oh, that's Southern rock. It's a bunch of white people. No. It was not all white people. Just so you're aware.
Okay, but let's be fair. It was mostly white people.
Well, of course it's. I mean, come on now, seriously.
I'm just saying.
Well, you don't even have to say that. I'm just saying. It's not all.
But it's not all. It's absolutely not all.
Just so you're aware. That's right. Of course not. And we were Jews. I wonder how many Jews were there.
Us.
No, I bet you there were more.
I'd say us.
And here you go. There was us, and then the producers.
There you go.
No, I'm just joking. That was so stereotypical and racist, but I'm a Jew, so I can say that. Anyway, that's why I became
You
Jewish.
convert
Just
just
like,
for the
just like the
jokes.
dentist. He's an anti-dentite.
Seinfeld reference.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, Blackberry Smoke concert. So it was awesome. And Dina had gotten me a meet and greet pass. And I was really a little nervous about it because I don't do that. I don't get like signatures. I don't do that kind of stuff. And I'm not really knocking people who do, but
No,
that's just not my
never
thing.
been our thing.
It's not my thing. It's like, I paid a lot of money to come see you for you to entertain me. You should sign something for me anyway.
Well,
that's why I kind of
but
look
not
at it.
only that, I also think that like
but it's
for
their
me,
art. I get it.
think if you've seen somebody famous or whatever, you think, okay, that person's probably just tired. It's like
Yeah,
they're
I don't
not
wanna
here
bother
to talk
people.
to me all the time.
Right. I don't want to bother people. I've recognized a few celebrities that didn't want to be bothered. Met some celebrities that were pretty cool. These guys, well, let me just tell you, they came. So we went up. Actually, we went down to find where we were supposed to meet, and then we went back up to where we were sitting.
He sent you back up.
And we were kind of hanging there waiting, and I was talking to some people that were waiting around, and we were just kind of getting to know one another and talking around. And there were some people there who were, having a better time than I was at the moment because, I'd only
Having
had
an extra good time.
one of their $10 Jack and Cokes, but that was all I was going to have. Anyway, so then the guys came up, and it was just like, it was no big deal. It was like they were so relaxed and they were chill and they were cool and they were very friendly and they look you right in the eye and they spend time with you and they talk to you and they look sincere. They're really either really good actors and they are good performers, but there's a genuineness about it. Like Paul Jackson came over, just started talking.
Well, I think that's part of what comes through the music.
Well, I think that's why they have such a following. If you ever want to see some crazy fans, and there are a lot of crazy fans, check out the Blackberry Smoke fan page over
Not
on
crazy
Facebook.
fan, just not crazy bad.
Yeah, you know what I mean. No,
like dedicated
right.
fans.
Yeah,
serious
like when I
fans.
say crazy, exactly. I'm not saying right. I'm saying dedicated, loyal, and I'm becoming one of those. And I'm not that kind of guy, but with this group, I think I can do it. Also, so anyway, we went up there and I shook all their hands and I got their, because with this package you get like a special pin and you get a photo. They give everybody a photo that has the band, and then basically you meet each one and you hand them the photo and they sign it because they all have pins. So they sign it and they talk to you and everything. And so Charlie was the first one that came up, and he was talking, and I just said, I shook his hand and I told him, I said, man, your playing is really inspirational. And he says, thanks, man. And as part of the show, he stopped playing a guitar, remember, and he grabbed the maracas and a tambourine.
I do remember, yes.
And he was playing them, right, during this part of the song. Well, I think it was during during Sleeping Dogs when he was doing the...
Yeah, that part of it, I can't tell you.
I don't remember, because it was, anyway.
I remember it, but I don't remember what song.
So I told him, I said, I just want to let you know, Charlie, that you wielded those maracas like a beast. And he started laughing. It was pretty funny.
Like a beast.
I know. And then, so then Paul came over and we talked to Paul, and he was telling us stories about when they were having a concert back with Skinnerd and Hank Jr. and the craziness that was going on there.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That sounds crazy just on its face.
It was. And let me just tell you, Paul Jackson can flick a plectrum farther than anybody I've ever seen. And if you don't know what a plectrum is,
I was going to say, you better tell him what that is.
It's a guitar pick. The official term is called a plectrum. Anyway, so Del Toro was standing way back in the back against the wall.
As far back as you can get. There
Right.
wasn't anyone behind him.
Right. And when the concert was, and I had seen up at the top, guys do, guitar players, when they finish stuff, they flick things out, and they do that kind of stuff all the time. Well, at the end of the song, before they were coming on for their encore, they ended, and I saw him flick it, right? I figured, man, ding, somebody got it, whatever. So at the end of the concert, Del Toro comes running up to me. He goes, I don't know what this is, but I found this over by the wall. And I look at it and I go, it's one of their picks.
Yeah. Del Toro picked up a pick.
It's one of their picks. It's got the scorpion on it. You can get them. Actually, you can get them off of their website, the blackberrysmoke.com, and you can shop. You can get because I've read in interviews that they use the ones that they sell. They use the same ones. So guess who has a plectrum from Paul Jackson and his first concert, right, hanging up right over there on the wall in the studio. Yes, it's amazing. So it even had like wear from the dirt from the strings on it. It was amazing.
I think Josh is going to be building a special
I'm gonna have a little
for it
altar
with little lights.
I have a little
focused on
Blackberry smoke altar in here and all of that. Oh, but you know what I did see? Because if you follow our Instagram page and stuff, you'll see where I was getting ready for the concert. I had me some Blackberry Moonshine from Old Smoky, but someone posted on the page, their page today. In the background, you could see it. It had a Blackberry smoke shot glass, and they had dropped something in it to make it splash up, and they caught it in a still
in the photo.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it looked really cool.
That's kind of a cool idea.
It was cool. They did a great job. So after we met, and then Richard Turner came over, and he's like, man, he's just like the chillest, coolest. He just got the smile, and he's got these, he's somebody that you could just sit down and talk to. He's going to make you feel at ease because he's like just one of those guys, he's just like cool and chill.
Chilling.
Yep. And then, let's see, his brother Britt came over, and he reminds me of Grizzly Adams. He's got all the hair and the beard. Well, so does his brother Richard, but he's just like, it's all curly and just like that. And he's super nice, though, and super, super nice. And then I met Brandon, the keyboard, and talked to him for a little while and talked to him how Robin plays and da-da-da. And so it was really cool, and they were really fun to meet. And heard from them that all the money that was, when you buy those tickets, all that money actually goes to the children's hospital
Which
there
is a big
in
deal
Atlanta
for us. We
that they
love the
support.
whole charity aspect of it.
Absolutely. And that's cool that they do that as a band. They sent out too, and I think it's still available, anybody who is affected by the federal shutdown, they're offering tickets if they're available. If they're any available, it's first come first serve at their venues, and they're trying to work with them. So check it out if you want to. If you're having, if you want to check them out, you're a federal worker and have been off work and want to check them out. Check out their website and see if you can hook it up and go check out one of their concerts. You will not regret it. I've been told
they put on a good show.
Oh, when I joined the Facebook page. I was telling them I was getting, and once we found out we were going, I started talking about that, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be changed. You're seriously, it's gonna change you." You know what? Most bands I wouldn't want to go back and see. Like I saw the Eagles once, and it would be cool to go see them again, but I don't want to pay that kind of money to go see them again.
It would be different if it was a more intimate kind of a show.
Blackberry Smoke, it was reasonable pricing. Was reasonable
Absolutely.
pricing in the venue that it was in. I would really like them to see them at Talking Stick, the resort. That's where I'd really like to see them.
We like to go there.
Yeah. So if you're listening, Blackberry Smoke, see if you can make it
out
over
the
to the
casino.
the casino, Talking Stick Resort. That's where we want you to play. Okay. Because that way you can come out in the summer. It won't be hot outside or anything like that. Not that, the marquee was perfect, but yeah, pool parties and stuff.
They do. They have. Okay.
It's amazing.
Pretty cool place.
That's a pretty cool place. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. All right, Dina, what did you think about the concert? What are you thinking?
No, I mean I'm not the fan that you are. Not because I don't like them. It's just that I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of anybody that I'm over the top with about the music at the moment in general. So
Billy Joel.
Well,
because you're going.
I go
soon.
To me, it's a classic. I have to go. It's required.
You've seen him, and then you're going to go see him again.
I'm going to.
So there you go. So I would say that it's like that.
But that said, I do like the Blackberry Smoke music. I mean, I did know a lot of what they played. I think there was probably only a couple of songs that I didn't know. I thought it was a great show. I really did. I thought, like Josh said, I thought that the people at the Marquee were awesome, and I thought that they put on an awesome show. And to me, I can't say it better than that because I've been to concerts, and I'm not going to necessarily name who because I'm not here to poo-poo anybody, but I've been to concerts that I go, yeah, I'm not going back to that. again,
Yeah.
it wasn't a good show. I didn't think it was fun.
And
I
not
might
every show is going to be great.
No.
Some people are going to have off nights.
And
It's
I might
true.
like that person's music, but that doesn't mean I want to see him in concert.
We've been pretty fortunate. We've seen some great
We have seen some
music
awesome
in
shows.
the last couple of years. We
Yeah.
really have seen some great shows. All right, guys. Well, that's our Blackberry Smoke rundown. If you guys went to the concert or you want to connect in any way, hey, leave something down there in one of our ways you can contact us. You know the drill. I don't have to go through it all again. All right, hey, coming up, got something simple, plain, and delicious. This is Josh's, my pretty much go-to drink when we're out and I can't have moonshine. So, all right, so I'm gonna share that with you, and it's very simple, and it's coming right up. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Get out your glasses. It's time for the Moonshine Safari drinks and recipes.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the little rundown of the Blackberry Smoke concert.
The concert.
It was cool. Check them out on YouTube. Check them out.
Check them out.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
they're awesome.
Seriously, you'll like them.
Check them out. And if you like them, buy their stuff. Support them. Buy their music. Buy their T-shirts.
Yeah,
buy
they're very
their
much
gear.
fan-driven.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably not going to see them on the whole CMAs or anything like that.
No, probably not.
It's
Maybe
it's very
someday.
much a crowd-supported thing.
It is at this point, right? It's very much fan-driven and fan-supported. And you know what? I think that's why they're successful. But they work hard. They travel all the time. So that's what they do. Hey, it's time for drinks and recipes. Dean, I got something really simple.
Okay, what is it?
You don't like it. You've tried it. You don't like it. You know, my go-to drink when we're out, this is kind of when I've always been the whiskey kind of guy, not necessarily the beer guy. So I like the whiskey. Gentleman Jack. My dad liked Gentleman Jack. He got me kind of started with Gentleman Jack, and he liked it with 7-Up and lime or lemon. No, I don't care for that flavor. That's just not my thing. I like it with Coke. So I like Gentleman Jack or just
Gentleman
straight. I
Jack
like
and
it
Coke?
on the ice. I like it on ice or like it neat. I can do it either way, whatever I'm in the mood for. Neat's good. On the rocks is good.
See, my problem is, and not poo-pooing, there's a taste that I don't care for with the Jack Daniels.
You don't like the charcoal woody taste. I get it. It's like that oaky taste. That's the taste you get from the inside of the barrels.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So, and truthfully, in the beginning, it's like it is a kind of a gross taste. And when they say acquired, yeah, you do have to acquire a taste, because at first you're just going to feel stinging alcohol to your face. That's all you're going to feel. And you're going to go, oh, that tastes horrible, because no, you're feeling pain until you get past that and you start tasting it.
Oh, I can taste it.
Oh, I know you can now, but it's right. When I can't have moonshine, I go for Gentleman Jack and Coke or Old Number 7, because almost anywhere, I've not seen anywhere lately that would not have a bottle of Jack Daniels. Gentleman Jack, it's more popular than it used to be, but I'm open to try other whiskeys too. There's some I want to try, and I have tried some that I know that got really, really good, that people really follow them, and I just don't like them. I just don't like them anyway.
It's not your glass of whiskey.
It isn't. Hey, that's a show.
That's it.
Unless you got something else, Dana. You got anything else?
Next week we go back to the story, I suppose.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or
We'll
something
see.
else. Hey, guys, thank you so much for showing up today. We appreciate it. Episode 30 from, we didn't say this, Moonshine Safari Studios.
We didn't.
Here in Gilbert, Arizona. Kind of rainy, kind of wet, kind of damp. Gilbert, Arizona, which is kind of cool. We're getting kind of in a cool spot. We were warm there for a couple of weeks, and now we're cool and rainy, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Hey, from Josh
And Dina.
we'd like to say, hey, y'all, shine happens.
Shine happens.
See y'all next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moonshine Safari. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as well as check the description for information on our social media sites, as well as our Patreon account to help support our adventures in the Moonshine Wilderness.